All right. Well, welcome. Great to be practicing with you again today. Let's get started. When you're ready, we start as we always do. You simply lying back, closing your eyes, and breathing. Taking the time to practice that act of being right here, of settling into the practice. Part of practicing this transition is becoming aware that some days it just happens automatically. We lie back, we close our eyes, and we're right here. And other days, we lie back, we close our eyes, and we just can't quite get here. The mind darts here and there. It rolls around. We just can't quite settle in. And that's fine. Neither one of those is right or wrong, good or bad. They're just different ways that we come at the practice. And no matter which way it is, we work to find that same point. That sense of ease, letting the body fall against the floor. The sense of the breath as it moves in and moves out. And those times when the mind seems agitated, maybe all we're looking for is just a moment. A moment when the mind settles. Take your time. Simply practicing. Getting the mind to settle in. Finding ourselves right here. You take just a few more breaths. Just a few more moments of the day. And your next inhale is a nice deep full inhale. Wiggle the fingers and toes, drawing your knees into your chest and wrapping your arms around your shins. You squeeze the thighs tight against the abdomen as you rock from side to side. A sense of movement, the shifting of the body. Then back to center, hands behind your knees as you rock from the tailbone to the shoulder blades. Start to find a rhythm, guided by the breath, back and forth. And the next inhale draws you up to sitting. You sit tall. The back of the neck is long, the eyes remain closed. You take a moment. Then inhale as you rise up. Tadasana. You find your balance. The feet are firm, shoulders back. You close your eyes if they've opened. And palms together at your heart. And on inhale, you take the arms up, lengthening. And exhale as you fold forward over your legs. You get the hands to the floor, bending the knees if you need to, and inhale, right foot steps back, low lunge. Left foot back, plank pose, top of push-up. And exhale as you lower towards the floor. Inhale, forward for your back bend. And exhale, you press the hips back and up. Down, dog. And take any movement you like. The head hangs heavy. The palms are firm to the mat. And inhale, right foot steps forward, low lunge. Left foot forward, folding over your legs. And inhale as you rise all the way back up, full extension. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, left foot steps back, low lunge. Right foot back, plank. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, forward for cobra, up dog. Exhale, pressing the hips back and up, down dog. Inhale, left foot. Exhale, right foot. Inhale, rising, reaching. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back. Left foot back. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Finding the rhythm with your breath. Letting that guide the movement of the body. It's full range. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, rise and reach. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot back. Right foot back. Exhale, lower. Inhale. And exhale. Down dog. Inhale, left foot. Exhale, right foot. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back. Left foot. Exhale, lower. Inhale and exhale. Down dog. Let the eyes be soft. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, rising. Exhale, hands to your heart. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left. Right. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, rising. Exhale, hands to your heart. Then you relax your arms, you close your eyes if they've opened. Tadasana. Nice and tall. Then bring the big toes close, the heels are apart. As you bend your knees, drop your hips and sweep the arms down. The hips sit down and back. The thighs hug into each other. Nice and grounded. Nice full breaths. Then exhale, the legs straighten and you fold forward. You catch hold of something, your toes, your ankles, your shins. So this is an active forward fold, drawing the torso down as the tailbone tilts towards the ceiling. Deepening that stretch from the heels all the way up to the hips. Wrapping into the low back. Then inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands as you float or step the feet back. Down dog or moving through vinyasa. Full breaths as you move. Then exhale the right foot forward. Warrior two. Left heel spins in, torso sweeps up. Nice long open stance. Broad across the lap as your thighs externally rotate. So your inner thigh rolls towards the ceiling. The arms reaching out, opening across the upper chest as well. Then reaching forward for side angle, right elbow to right thigh, or hand to the floor. Our left arm goes long overhead, bicep next to the earth. You can take that left arm and wrap it behind your back if you like, catching the inner thigh or catching hands for your bind. Keep pressing firm into both feet. As you lengthen through the torso, crown the head's reaching towards the top edge of the mat. Get long from your belly button to your chin. Then inhale as you rise back up, warrior two. We're going to sweep that left arm forward as that left heel peels, high lunge. Hips and chest square with the top edge of the mat. Then bring the palms together, thumbs to your heart as you twist to the right. Revolve side ankle. Taking that left elbow outside that right thigh. Drawing the torso around. Trying to get your thumbs to line up with the center of your chest. Then if you like, you can open the arms into a T or bind around that thigh. Good. Inhale, back to center, high lunge. And exhale, hands to the floor as you step back. Down dog or vinyasa. And exhale, the left foot steps forward. Warrior two. You set up your foundation. And take those nice full breaths here. You open up across the front of the body. And reaching forward, side angle, elbow to thigh, or hand to the floor. The top arm goes long overhead. If you want to work that bind, feel free. Wrapping that right arm behind your back. Stay open. Especially as you work that bind, there's that tendency to start to kind of curl back towards the waistline. Keep your chin moving away from your chest. Your chest moving away from your belly button. You're getting longer through the body as you go deeper here. Opening up. Breathing deep into that space. Then inhale back to warrior two. Sweep that right arm forward as the right heel peels. High lunge. Palms together, thumbs to your heart. Then you twist to the left. Revolve side angle. Elbow outside the thigh. Working the torso around. Maybe opening up into a T or binding that thigh as you go tighter. And inhale back to center. And exhale, hands to the floor as you find your way to down dog. Nice and smooth with the breath. Inhale, the right leg moves. And exhale, you step the foot forward. Then drifting into that right leg as that left leg lifts up behind you for standing splits. The hands can walk forward or walk them back. Let the head hang heavy. The torso folds as that left heel reaches for the ceiling. Press actively into that right foot. The right leg's engaged. Nice and easy, step that left foot back, low lunge, and rise up to high lunge. When you settle in, you can adjust your stance. As the hips sink down, the tailbone draws under. Nice long line from thigh to thigh. Then palms together, thumbs to your heart. As you step that left foot forward next to the right, I'm going to stand at the top of the mat. Tadasana. And with the palms together, heart center, gesture bouncing the body and mind as we make our way in extended hand to toe pose. Left hand to left hip, right arm straight out in front of you. You start to shift the weight to the left and on an inhale. You lift that right leg up as high as you can. When it won't go any higher, then you reach out and either catch the big toe, or let the knee bend and grab behind the thigh. As you feel steady, you might be reaching inside that right leg to catch that big toe. Maybe you're working on trying to straighten that right leg out, or you start to lift that right foot towards the ceiling. Feel tall and grounded through that left leg. Torso is lifted, the collarbones broad. And either with a straight right leg or bent knee, we're going to take that right leg off to the right, opening up through the inner right thigh. And inhale back to center. Exhale, release that right leg, and you place the foot on the floor. Tadasana. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Float or step. Going straight to down dog. Moving through a vinyasa. And inhale the left leg. And exhale, you step the foot forward. And drifting towards the top edge of the mat so that right leg can lift up behind you. Standing splits. You ground your hands wherever you like, forward or back. Bow the head and lift that right heel for the ceiling. Then exhale, the right foot steps back. And inhale, you rise up, high lunge. Settling in. Opening up through the hips. A nice flexion at the left hip, extension at the right. And palms together, thumbs to your heart. And you step that right foot forward next to left. Tadasana. Relax your arms, take a breath. And palms together. Right hand to right hip. The weight starts to shift to the right as that left arm goes straight out in front. And then you lift that left leg up as high as you can lift it. When it won't go any higher, then you catch it, the toe or behind the thigh. And as you feel steady, maybe you reach for the toe, maybe you work to straighten the leg. Taking it as deep as you like. And grounding through that right leg. Left leg straight or bent. You take it off to the left. Keeping your hips squared. Keeping that right leg active. So you feel your foundation. allowing that left leg to move independent of it. And back to center, nice and smooth. You release the foot and you place it on the floor. Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Down dog or vinyasa. And inhale, the right leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward. Warrior one. Left heel spins in. Torso sweeps up. Nice solid stance. Both feet are flat, firmly pressing into the mat. That right knee is bending as close to 90 degrees as you like. The arms lifting, reaching. Then take the arms behind your back. Interlace the fingers, broadening the collarbone, and on exhale, you bow forward, humble warrior. The torso drapes just inside that right leg. The head hangs heavy as the arms work away from your back. And inhale, rising back up, warrior one. Arms sweep up overhead. Then palms together, thumbs to your heart. And left heel peels. And you take one big step, drawing that left knee forward. Standing tall on your right leg. From here, we're going into dancer's pose. That left hand reaches down, catching hold of the left foot. And the right arm reaches up. You lean forward just a touch as you start to lift that left leg up behind you and continue to reach that right arm for the ceiling. Good, nice and smooth back to center. Hands to your heart as you place that left foot on the floor. Tadasana. Then heel toe the feet about mat's distance wide. Bring your arms straight out in front of you and you slide your back down imaginary wall. Coming into a squat. We're going to be here for a little bit, so if it bothers your knees, your hips, you can always sit yourself down. But once you feel steady, that left arm straightens out, left hand's on the floor. So left knee stays behind the left upper arm as that right arm sweeps up to the ceiling. Or squat twist. The right arm can wrap behind your back, catching the inner thigh. Or that left arm can wrap in front of that left shin, catching hands outside your left hip. And coming back to center. We're going into crow pose. If you know you go right into it, otherwise, take it one step at a time. You start with spreading the fingers wide, placing the palms flat on the floor, shoulder distance, and lift those hips. And you start to bend your knees and elbows, so when your knees touch your upper arms, all you have to do from there is start to lean forward. Your body weight shifts forward. Your hands get heavy. Your feet get light. Take 2 more breaths. And with that second exhale, you find your way to down dog. And inhale the left leg. Exhale, you step the foot forward. Warrior one. Settling into it. Then sweep the arms behind your back, interlace the fingers. Open up across the collarbone. And exhale, you fold forward. Humble warrior. Inhale, rising back up. Warrior one. Then peel that back heel, high lunge. Palms together, thumbs to your heart. And you draw that right knee forward, standing tall on your left leg. Preparing for dancer's pose. Right arm releases, catching hold of that right foot. Left arm reaches up. And you lean forward just a bit, and then start to lift that right leg up behind you. Good. Inhale back to center. Hands to your heart as you place that right foot on the floor. Tadasana. And take the feet about match distance. Toes a bit wider than heels. Arms out in front. Slide those hips down. Coming into a squat. Or sitting yourself all the way down. Then when you're ready, that right arm straightens out. Keeping that right knee behind the right upper arm. And that gives you some leverage to push against that right inner leg as that left arm sweeps to the ceiling. You can stay there with the arms in a T, or wrap that left arm behind your back. Maybe the right arm in front of that right shin as you catch hands. Then back to center. Crow pose once again. Taking your time, one step at a time. Palms flat, hips lift, knees and elbows bent. Once those knees touch your upper arms, you just start to lean forward. Two more breaths. And with that second exhale, you find your way to down dog. Moving through vinyasa. We're going straight there. Then exhale, the right foot steps forward. We're going to lower the left knee, uncurl the toes. As you bring that right hand inside that right foot for lizard. You start to let the torso bow forward. One forearm, maybe both touch down. Sinking in. And inhale, rising up to straight arms. Keep that left hand on the floor as that right arm reaches up for a lizard twist. The shoulders stacking, the collarbones broad. You can stay there or reach that right arm back, bending that left knee, catching hold of the foot. Hug that heel in, but keep the torso twisted. If you like, you can lower back down to that left forearm. And releasing hold of that left foot, hands to the floor. We're going to start to shift our hips back, but as we shift our hips back to sitting down, you're going to sweep that left heel over to the right edge of the mat so that you sit down right behind that left foot. And preparing for modified heron. You can adjust the position of this left leg so it's comfortable, so you can sit up nice and tall. Then let that right knee bend if it hasn't already, and you interlace your fingers behind that right thigh. Staying tall with the torso, you start to straighten that right leg out. If the right leg gets straight, then you start to walk your hands towards that right heel. And if you catch hold of the ankle, you start to bend those elbows, starting to draw that right leg towards you. Keep the torso tall. The collarbone broad and your sternum, the side of your chest is lifting up. Then on exhale, you'll let that right knee bend. And we're going to cradle this right calf. So you're going to take your right foot to the crook of the left elbow. Your right elbow outside that right knee. Trying to join hands. Staying tall with the torso as you start to hug that calf towards your upper chest. And if getting this handhold doesn't quite work, you can also just bring both hands underneath that right calf. And it's almost like you're doing a bicep curl, just bending your elbows, trying to draw that calf up. And as that calf gets higher, then maybe you find you're able to get your arms around the outside of it, hugging it in tight. And on exhale, you're going to release the foot. And we're going into half spinal twist from here. So we'll take this left foot and draw it back now so it's outside that right hip. And then step that right foot over top that left thigh. The right knee points to the ceiling. Right hand's on the floor behind you. Left arm reaches up. And exhale, you twist. Hooking the elbow outside the thigh. Turning. I'm looking over that back shoulder. And back to center. Again, cross your legs. Cross the ankles and roll forward. Down dog or vinyasa. And exhale, the left foot steps forward. Right knee lowers, toes uncurl. Left hand inside the left foot, setting up the lizard. When you're ready, you let the torso start to sink down. One form, maybe both touch down. Inhale, rising up to straight arms. Then keep that right hand down as that left arm reaches up. Nice open twist. Maybe take that left arm back as that right knee bends, catching hold of the outer edge of the foot. You hug the heel, twisting the torso. Maybe lowering back down to that right forearm. And back to center. Planting the hands. And starting to shift your hips back. And sweep that right heel to the left edge of the mat. So your hips can sit down behind that right foot. And adjust that right leg. Sitting nice and tall and comfortable. And bend that left knee. Interlace the fingers behind the left thigh. And start by just straightening out that left leg. Then walking your hands towards the heel. And then you start to bend those elbows, drawing that leg towards you. Good. Bending that left knee and taking that left foot to the crook of the right elbow. The left elbow outside the left knee. Joining hands outside the calf. Sitting tall, collarbone broad. And trying to hug that calf in towards your upper chest. And releasing the foot. Preparing for half spinal twist. So left foot now right foot draws outside that left hip. And that left foot steps over top that right thigh. Then the left hand's on the floor behind you. Right arm reaches up. And exhale, you twist. Hooking the elbow outside that thigh. And coming back to center. Cross the ankles and roll forward. Down dog or vinyasa. And sliding forward in the plank. And on exhale, you lower to the floor. Once you're down, you take a breath. Stack your palms, rest cheek. And setting up for bow pose. So you'll take the arms back alongside the body. Bend your knees and catch hold of your feet or your ankles. As always, if it bothers your knees, your back, or arms, you can always do it with the arms straight and legs straight. And when you're ready on your next inhale, you peel the head, the chest, the eyes up off the mat. Lifting as much of you off the floor as you can lift. And exhale, lowering down. Take a breath. Then once again on an inhale, you rise up. And exhale, relax. Third and final one. On an inhale, you rise up. And exhale, lowering down. Stack your hands, rest a cheek. And you take a nice deep breath into the belly. Then hands on your shoulders, pressing your hips to your heels for child's pose. You tuck yourself in. Torso rests on your thighs, forehead towards the floor. Inhale, rising up. You sit over the side of your feet, and you bring the legs out front. Paschimottanasana. The legs are straight, the feet are flexed, arms reach up, and exhale as you fold forward. You catch hold of whatever you got. You bow your head, close your eyes. You lead with your heart, your sternum, the center of your chest. And inhale as you reach out, rising up. You sweep your arms around in front. And on exhale, you lower yourself down onto your back. Come to lie flat. You take a breath. Preparing for 3 rounds of back bends on your back. You're going to bend your knees, feet flat. The arms alongside the body for bridge. Or hands above the shoulders for upward facing bow. When you're ready, on an inhale, you press down into your feet to lift the hips, low back, middle back, upper back if you like. And exhale, lowering down. Nice full breath. And inhale, press down to go up once again. Opening the front of the body. Breathing into it. Then exhale, lowering down. Third and final one. On an inhale, you press down to go up. And exhale, lowering down. Once you come down, you just draw your knees into your chest, you wrap your arms around your shins. Nice tight squeeze. And take the arms alongside the body, palms flat. Legs go straight up. You hang out right there, or shoulder stand. Toes towards the floor beyond your head. Once those hips lift, bend your elbows. Hands against your back as you send the legs up. A few more breaths if you want any variations. Wiggle the toes, roll the ankles. Send the legs wide, scissor apart. Lotus, a twist. Whatever you like. Playing with the legs, suspended in air. If you're in shoulder stand, you come back to center. And you take the toes towards the floor beyond your head for plow. Hips are high, low back's open. Then release the hands, fingers point forward. And nice and smooth you unravel. Lie flat on your back. Once down, the arms are alongside the body, preparing for fish. You press into your hands and elbows. Lift the head and torso. Arc the spine as you release the crown of the head to the floor. Then exhale, lowering down. You draw your knees into your chest, you wrap your arms around your shins. Nice tight squeeze. And taking the arms into cactus arms, elbows bend 90 degrees, back to the hands on the floor. And you release your knees over to left. One final twist. Back to center. And over to the right. Back to center. And on exhale, you extend the legs, Shavasana. Or you tuck your hands behind your knees, catching a ride up for headstand. If you're doing headstand, you take your time. You stay up as long as you like, coming down whenever you're ready. If you're new to stand, you start on your forearms and knees. Grab opposite elbows. And keep the elbows as they are. The hands come out, fingers interlaced. Palms are apart. You cup the back of your head in your hands. Crown of the head's on the floor. And curl your toes. And lift your knees. As you feel that base, your shoulders active, you walk your feet towards your elbows.
And eventually drawing one knee in towards your chest, heel towards your hip, then the other. You find your balance, and you take the legs to the ceiling. You stay up as long as you like, coming down the same way you went up whenever you're done.
Slowly begin taking deeper inhales, more active exhales. Gently waking the body back up. We start to wiggle the fingers and toes. We roll the wrists and ankles, arms and legs. And turn the palms flat down onto the ground, gripping the floor as you inhale, grounding yourself. And exhale, you draw your knees into your chest, you wrap your arms around your shins. And you rock over to your right side. You rest there for a moment and see the full potential. And as you're ready on inhale, you slowly rise up to sitting. You come into a comfortable seated posture. The spine is tall, shoulders are bent, chest is lifted, heart is open. Back of the neck is long and the eyes remain closed. And palms together at heart center, thanking yourself and each other for being here. Clear mind, peaceful mind. Peaceful speech, loving speech. Loving heart, clear heart. Namaste. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today. Great to be here. I'm feeling better and have you all join me. Hope you have a great rest of your day.